Welcome back to more Dragon Age Inquisition. I am Starkrin, and we just got back from gaining the alliance of the Templars, and now we're gonna do some more things. First, I actually want to
The
go.
Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin. And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your lyrium by the end of the week. I should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement. The Inquisition must certainly seem an audacious idea to the Grand Clerics. We hope to convince them it is a necessary one as well.
Okay, I forgot this conversation happened. Alright, so we need a supply of lyrium.
I'll take my leave. Good day.
Who was she, Ambassador?
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's Templars. According to Lady Corbin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
How?
Access to lyrium makes us rather more formidable than anticipated. We're becoming a challenge. Sadly, the remaining Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power instead of comforting the masses.
Mage circles started falling years ago. The Chantry was troubled even before the Divine's murder.
Yet many people continue to bear it great love. We will not benefit from its decline. Little but the Chantry ties Orlais, Nevarra, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the Chantry truly promoted such peace?
Andraste's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs. That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
And the start of many fights.
So if everyone listens to the chant, things will be smooth as silk?
I did say commonality is merely a beginning, but it's an important one. We must learn to think beyond our own wants, to secure peace in Thedas.
I'm doing it.
How did someone so lovely and selfless go into Orlesian politics, Lady Montelier?
Well, that is, really, you give me too much credit. While you're here, I do have a question. The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach. If it were up to you, how would you reply?
Oh dear. My character is holy and a true follower of Andraste, and would have eventually gone into the Chantry if she not had gotten a mark. But to imply that Andraste chose me would imply a kind of hubris that's not typical of people who are devoted to the Chantry. At least not good-hearted people. Might say otherwise about some. But she's religious. What does she think of this? Does she think Andraste chose her?
Will my answer change your reply to the Chantry?
If Leliana, Cassandra Cullen, and I could agree on our official stance, I could answer that. We should decide soon. The revered mothers don't seem to know what to make of you.
I don't know what to make of me. I'll just say that.
I'd tell the Chantry I was saved by circumstance, not divine intervention.
Yet as rumors your Andraste's herald grow, the Grand Clerics may not believe such a humble reply. A difficult situation, and I thank you for your answer. A good day to you.
I think that would make my character even less likely to reply with something too arrogant because of what the envy demon showed her at the what the Envy Demon showed her at the Therenfall Redoubt when we were gathering the Templar Alliance. Because it was showing her as a tyrannical force rather than, you know, a force for good. And so, yeah, I think she would be hesitant to agree that she was saved by Andraste.
That will help.
Dream rags removed. Oh, yeah, I need to go through all my supplies and everything.
Hello? Can I help you with something?
I think I've already talked to her. Yeah, sorry.
I'll speak with you later.
Travel safely.
Okay, I want to go here and do things with my ward council, and then I'm going to go talk to everybody else, and then I'm going to update my supplies. Because I got some new schematics that I'm fairly excited about. Oh yeah, Inquisition perks.
What have your ears heard, Leliana? Anything new we don't already know about?
No, nothing.
Let's look here. Underworld knowledge. Training and proper weight distribution during the hard riding significantly increases resistance to being unseated. I'm not even riding my horse. Increase maximum focus from 100 to 200. Second tier focus effective for abilities can now be triggered. More healing potions. Well, that'd be nice. Sellsword Templars Chevaliers. The Inquisition's forces come from wide-ranging backgrounds. Scour the troops' arms and armors for new rare schematics. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's good. Blades are unquestioningly loyal and relentless in battle. The group's addition to Inquisition lends significantly to its force's strength. Reduces by 5% the time it takes for Cullen to complete operations. Nice! Wow. Cullen, you got a lot of... 15%. Jesus. You'll soon be like my best advisor here. Ah, God, more healing potions or schematics? Ooh. I'll get the schematics next. Okay. Scout the hinterlands. We avoided the fighting. What am I missing? Oh, I'm focusing on the wrong thing. Jesus. Commander Cullen, with the watchtowers built, we've had advance warning of demon and bandit attacks. The area is safer for both the refugees and the farmers who had fled the nearby fields. Much appreciated, sir. It's good to know that the Inquisition is willing to put in the time to help these people. Corporal Vale. Rewards received. What did we receive? Influence, I presume. Address a nobleman's concerns. Sister Liliana, how I rejoice to see the colors of the Inquisition run the rabble out from my ancestral fields, and straight into the woods of my neighbor Ban Traff, no less, as if they were guided by the hand of the Maker himself. I could not be better pleased. As promised, a reward for your excellent help in my time of lamentation. Andraste keep you in her heart, Lord Kildarn. 165 gold. He's a cheapskate. We are running out of things to do. Upon the Waking Sea. The Alamari runes, found in the mountain passages outside Haven, have finally given up more of their secrets, pointing to one of the larger islands off the northern coast of Ferelden. The island is quite large and covered in dense wilderness, so searching it will be an involved process. According to the runes, however, there should be some connection to the original disciples of Andraste and the guardian of the sacred ashes. Josephine, I know of a few adventurers trustworthy enough to send to the islands. Let them search and report back to us. Cullen's really... This requires stealth. A few skilled agents given enough time to quietly search the islands. As soon as we show interest in the area, others will follow, so let's go enforce and occupy the lands. Well, Cullen is just, like, the best right now. I'm gonna go over what we have here before I make any decisions about what to do with Cullen. I was correct. Spreading word that the Inquisition was allied with the Grey Wardens meant messages of support poured in. With the treaties in hand, we've managed to secure new recruits and donations of both gold and equipment. The commander will make good use of them. Well, excellent. The University of Orlais. Investigate strange chalk markings. The Order's obligations. The Order of the Templars has received a request from Parendel to remove a group of mages who have locked themselves in their former circle tower. The populace fears that the mages may plan for the city, and given the current disruptions in the Vale, there are dangers to consider. We do not know the condition of the mages within. For the safety of all involved, we must address the situation before tensions rise further. If we are to honor the faith the herald placed in our order, we must fulfill our sacred duties. I respectfully request that representatives of the order be given leave to handle the situation. Knight Captain Brioni. Send Inquisition soldiers to assist them. The Templars may be our allies, but we must appear in control. I actually kind of agree with that. The goodwill garnered through the action could reflect well on the Inquisition, if we let the right people hear of it. We can spare some Templars for this. If those in the Order wish to live up to their ideals, let them. The thing is that I'm afraid that if we send Templars, that could just make things worse, because the mages are scared of the Templars right now. So I'd prefer... I'm not entirely sure what Josephine wants to do out of this. Like what, have the nobles round them up? I don't know. I kind of prefer Liliana's, but I'm gonna look at... Investigate the shards. No. Truth or Dare, Lake Celestine. I'll try this. Commander Cullen, as I understand, you were the military commander for the Inquisition's venture to Therenfall Redoubt. The safety of the non-combatants who lent their influence to your organization was therefore your responsibility. My brother, Leontin Pontevel, lost his life in that debacle. I call upon you as a man of supposed honor to answer for his death in a duel to be fought in Val Royale at dawn in 1 week's time. Vicomte Tremaine Pontevel. We can't have Cullen fighting duels in the street. I believe I know someone who can talk to the Vicomte. I actually agree with that. We can't have our commander just meeting every challenge. He's the commander. We do have a seasoned duelist on staff. I could send her as my second to accept this challenge. This duel must be a move in the game. My agents can find out his agenda and deal with it directly. Damn. I'll send Josephine.
At your service.
Okay, there we go. I'll send Liliana for this one.
Let's see what we have.
Hard in Hightown. Is this the one? Here we go.
All right.
I am satisfied. Acquired Iron 12. That's great.
I understand you were instrumental in garnering the assistance of the Templars. It is well done. And I pray this Inquisition fares better than the Chantry in its handling of magic.
We will try.
In some ways, Andraste had the simpler task. Magic should serve man, and not rule over him. That tells us what should be, but it does not tell us how to get there. So many times the methods of men have undone the spirit of their goals. Once you have sealed the breach, we shall see whether this Inquisition is truer to the Chantry, or its own namesake.
How are the people doing after what happened at the Conclave?
They are scared, of course. Many have lost homes or loved ones. I doubt many will sleep well until you have sealed the breach. I have offered what help I can. The rest is for the Inquisition. What more do you wish to know?
How are the villagers in Haven doing?
You did well to gain the Templars to your cause. The people have hope that the breach may be sealed. Some of them are returning to the lives they fled, others are starting fresh. In either case, they no longer believe the world as they know it is ending.
That's good.
What are you doing to help these people?
My sisters and I have been tending to the injured as best we are able. Some refugees come with food, while others arrive empty-handed. I have helped ensure that all have enough to eat. Beyond that, many simply wish the familiar comfort of the Chant of Light. It is little enough work to offer some comfort to those in pain.
Do you have information on people elsewhere?
The refugees in the hinterlands are desperate. Without help, starvation or war will claim many lives. Villagers in Crestwood are besieged by their own dead. They have sent word begging for assistance. People are vanishing in the hills of Emprise de Lyon. It may be demons or something worse, but they are terrified. More than that I cannot say. It is a chaotic time for all in Olay and Ferelden.
Okay.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
Okay, I want to go ahead and have another conversation with Josephine just to make sure that I got everything out of her.
Greetings.
What exactly does your job entail?
I meet with ambassadors from various factions and countries and cement alliances with them. We are a young cause. Diplomacy is essential to our credibility.
Then you speak for the Inquisition with these nobles?
I do. Someone must foster goodwill on our behalf, as well as prevent controversy as news of us spreads.
How heavily are our actions scrutinized?
Make no mistake, every noble house, every throne is waiting to see what the Inquisition does next. Many are willing to pledge support if offers are made in just the right fashion. I intend to see that they are.
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Lady Drummond promised a visit. She has useful resources if we can get her to set aside her games.
What are her politics?
Oh, no, I meant actual games. Chess, cards, dice, little boards with carved idols from Tevinter. She made me play that with her for 8 hours once. Steer her towards cards, if she insists on a match. What may I do for you?
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Okay, I wanted to ask her.
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
What do you think of Sir Blackwall?
Sir Blackwall seems as loyal to the purpose of the Inquisition as he is to the Wardens. His travels must have taken him strange places. I wish he'd speak more about them.
Damn it.
The Iron Bull has had to have made an impression.
He is a loud, unapologetic accident merely waiting to happen. I do wish he'd stop daring poor dignitaries to outdrink him.
Cole, actually.
Who? Oh, wait, you mean the quiet young man? How strange. I'm sure we must have talked, yet I can't recall what we discussed.
I think I've asked her about everyone else. Pretty much. Yeah.
We'll speak later then.
Yep. See you around, Josie.
Though you had granted them power over the very fate.
I'm sure Vivian has some things to
It
say.
is good that you salvaged as many Templars as you did, my dear. We will need every Templar, but they will require proper management. We also need to increase our lyrium supplies considerably. The Chantry may still have stockpiles we can use.
But they need lyrium. That may not be enough.
We likely need more than they have. Our enemies have magic that can rip open the Fade.
Indeed. We may need Josephine to open negotiations with the dwarves directly.
But she did.
The breach has done more than disfigure the sky. The veil itself is broken. All mages, no matter how skilled, are now in danger of drawing demons to them. Before this crisis is over, you may find that Templars, flawed as they may be, are all that stand between us and chaos.
Nah. That'd be awfully suspicious. I am confident in the Templars. You don't trust mages. We already established that she thinks mages are kind of childlike.
It's a good idea to plan for trouble.
I'm glad you understand. Magic is dangerous, just as fire is dangerous. Anyone who forgets this truth gets burned.
Pretty sure you've already said that before. I'm gonna play my character like she is devout to the religion involving Andraste, but she has doubts about the Chantry. Templars are good. They're not that good. The problem is corruption. But I agree, magic is dangerous. Just as fire is dangerous. I wouldn't have picked up the Templars if I didn't think they were important. Fine.
You're preaching to the choir, Vivian.
Tell me something. You said once that you wanted to change things. What future would you build for mages?
I would like to see mages should be free. We need to circle back. Except I would prefer like a middle ground of mages should be safe to go, or mages should have a safe haven, but I'm not sure that they should be confined to a circle. She'll disagree with me on this. We need mages in the Chantry. I don't think that's the middle ground I'm looking for.
Mages should be treated like anybody else.
And yet, however much we may wish it, we are not like everyone else. Anyone can see that a chevalier is armed and dangerous, and they can see when his blade is about to strike. But can you spot a mage coming? And if he arrives at your stoop, can he leave his magic at the door? It's something to consider, my dear.
As I said, middle ground, which wasn't available really. What are you doing over here? You're looking suspicious, and that bothers me.
Here.
here, sir, with Segrit's compliments, sir.
What's the catch this time?
No catch, sir. Said he wanted to help the Inquisition. Plus, I think the herbs were going to go off and nobody wanted to buy them. Think Segrit wanted people to like him.
Well, good enough. You're back. And in one piece.
I don't really have anything to talk to you about. Your dialogue
Farewell.
hasn't changed. I just wanted to clip potions. Okay. Replenish. Yay! Bye! You look really cold.
So the Templars will put their powers to use, sealing the breach. Any group corrupted by a demon must be watched carefully. At least they know how to fight.
Templars have flaws, but they are very good at killing mages. I'll need that against this Elder One.
Point taken. Just remember, an enemy can attack, but only an ally can betray you. Betrayal is always worse. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again with the Templars. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
Wow, that was abrupt. And that response is a lot harsher than I thought it would be.
What do you need?
What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal, from my wanderings. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
I'd like to know more about the breach.
Simply put, it is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically. Small tears occur naturally when magic weakens the veil, or when spirits cluster at an area that has seen many deaths. But your mark allows you to exert some control over the breach. That means it was created deliberately.
I'd like to know more about the veil.
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade. But according to my studies in ancient elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification. Without it, imagine if spirits entered freely. The Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
I don't know if I can imagine that.
Try. Imagine if spirits were not a rarity, but a part of our natural world. Like a fast-flowing river. Yes, it can drown careless children, but it can also carry a merchant's goods or grind a miller's flour. That is what the world could be if the veil were not present. For better or worse.
I'd like to know more about demons.
The Chantry says that demons hate the natural world and seek to bring their chaos and destruction to the living. But such simplistic labels misconstrue their motivations, and in so doing, do all a great disservice. Spirits wish to join the living, and a demon is that wish gone wrong.
Is there a way to coexist? To live with them, if not in peace, at least without such active confrontation?
Not in the world we know today. The veil creates a barrier that makes true understanding most unlikely. But the question is a good one, and it matters that you thought to ask.
We'll talk later.
Of course.
Jesus. That was a bit abrupt, Solus.
You can't be happy giving up your whole life for the Maker. I mean, look at the Chantry.
I am looking. Mother Giselle gives of herself and asks nothing in return.
We're not talking about Mother Giselle.
What's wrong, guys? Okay, Sarah.
Templars filling up the place. Best of the polished helms come to save us. Good partners, I suppose, if they decide to stay and do what they're told. Seem to have a problem with that.
Okay, listen to that song. I actually kind of like that song, even though Sarah is one of my least favorite characters.
always like to say, why change the past when you can own this day? Today she will fight to keep her away. She's a rogue and a thief and she'll tempt your fate. She would always like to say, why change the past when you can own this day? Today she will fight to keep her away. A rogue and a thief and she'll tempt your fate. Sarah was never quite the wealthiest girl. Some say she lives in a tavern, but she was so sharp and quick with a bow. Arrows strike like a dragon. Sarah was never quite the gentlest girl. Her eyes were sharp like a razor, but she knew the ways of commoner men, and she knew just how to use them. She would always like to say, why change the past when you can own this day? Today she will fight to keep her away. She's a rogue and a thief and she'll tempt your fate. She would always like to say, why change the past when you can own this day? Today she will fight to keep her away. She's a rogue and a thief and she'll tempt your fate.
That was actually pretty good. Is there an animal? But the told seem to have a problem with that.
I can't tell. Do you approve of Templars or not?
Approve? They do their job when they do it. What else is there to know? You want about anything else?
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Which? The ones who do things or the ones who give orders?
Thoughts on Iron Bull?
He makes me wonder about things. I mean, what do their women look like? Woof.
What about Cole?
I'm not saying nothing about that. That thing is just wrong.
What's your opinion of Vivienne?
She's a bitch, but she knows. She better.
She does know she's a bitch.
Any thoughts about Warden Blackwall?
He's too good, right? Like to see him out of that uniform. Not like that.
Thoughts about Cassandra?
Not as buttoned up as she plays, right? Tough, though. I'd stand behind her in front of anything.
Anything to say about Varric?
Varric? Too clever. Always saying something, but never saying it straight.
I think I've already asked her about these.
What about Solus?
Solus? His head's crammed up 1,000 years ago.
We'll talk later.
Good, right? I'll be here.
You let me know. Oh, Maker, you're here. You're the Herald of Andraste. She sent you to us to show the world her love, and I am ready for that love. Well, I'm not ready for that kind of love. That is, unless that's what you want. But, I mean, I'm Tessa. Can I get you a drink?
Quick with her bow. No one quite knew where she came from. Sarah was never quite the quietest girl. Her attacks are loud and
What did you mean by
joyful,
that kind of love?
Nothing. I didn't mean anything. What did you mean? As I said, I'm Flissa. The Inquisition soldiers needed a place to unwind, so Leliana brought me in to set up a tavern. Nothing fancy, but it's safer for the soldiers than looking for trouble in some village.
You
said Liliana asked you to run an Inquisition tavern. How did you meet?
Dumb luck, maybe. I managed an inn back in Dennery. When I heard interesting gossip, I passed word to Liliana. Sometimes it was helpful. She asked if I wanted to own my own tavern, and I said yes. I didn't realize she meant this.
What can you tell me about this area?
Adan is Haven's apothecary. He's been making potions and tending to the wounded as best he can. Harrit is the Inquisition smith. Whatever he can't make you, Thren the quartermaster can probably find. And for anything fancier, you can try buying from Segrit. His prices aren't too high. Yet. Oh, there's also Minave. She studies beasts and things, as I understand.
Farewell.
Goodbye. She's a rogue and a thief, and she'll tempt your fate.